was running around in circles in it. Right here. Starting to get everything mowed on the new lease ground for our chickens. After it's mowed, we'll disc it, and then from there, we'll go ahead and get it graded so it drains better. So this is the new ground y'all have heard me talk about. This is where we're gonna raise some peas as well as some pastured chickens. It's about 100 acres. And so he's gonna start disking. That way we can get it all graded so it drains better. You can see he got it mowed yesterday. So pretty excited about getting this off the ground, pun intended. Starting to look pretty good. It's still a little wet out here, as you can see. But we have this big tall spot here, and that's where he's primarily focusing on disking. It looks pretty good. We're disking it so that our grader can come in and he'll get all the dirt moved and make it to where this whole place drains real nice. But it's coming along. All right, we're getting closer and closer. It's really starting to look like a brooder. We have our wood for our mini brooders, some heat lamps. I got to bring some more waters and feeders over here, but it's starting to come together. Happened at the school district.
Yeah, and now the look at that. See, Nico knows how to do it.
We got the netting going on. Starting to kind of look like a bird cage out here. This is for our little yard. Now we still have this metal chicken wire underneath this, just one layer of it. But we got that netting all the way to the top for any aerial predators, and we went ahead and just put it over the plastic too. It's just that much more protection. It's coming along, starting to look like a brooder. Let's measure some watermelon rows. So watermelons have to be planted with basically a pollinator row, or in our case we're having some seedless and then some seeded. And so really important to understand how long these rows are. This is the first time we've raised watermelons on here. We're gonna measure it. Watermelon rows, 535 feet. Gift shop is almost done. So we have all the walls are picketed. We have our glass door in. We have our tin roof, and we have our little front porch awning. Just came together. What a beautiful day. It is a little chilly today. We're about 36 degrees this morning. We've probably gotten up into the 20s. Or sorry, the 40s. Definitely not the 20s. We was just driving in this little field and thought, let me take a look. We had a lot of this planted at the end of December when we had that big freeze come through. And unfortunately, we lost a lot of stuff. The turnips still look good out here. As you can see, some of them are even getting too big. Kale behind me looks awesome. But we had lost about 70% of the kohlrabi we had planted out here, but some of it did survive. So we're gonna take some up to the store and take a peek at it, maybe eat it for dinner. We lost 100% of the beets that were out here. We actually already got that ground, the beet ground, ready for watermelons. But ultimately, this was good. This was good. You know, we thought we had lost a lot more than we actually did in the freeze. And just being able to pull these beautiful turnips out of here, just like this one, and of course this kale, has really helped. Looky here, the first little growth on our grapevines. Looks awesome. The decision's been made. We're gonna open up for U-Pick this morning. First day of the season. We got a ton of berries out here. You can actually see the red in the field. So let's do it. This is the plastic for tomatoes. This will be where our U-Pick tomatoes are. We got brother-in-law out here this morning too. Keeping everything under control. Poking holes for squash. For U-Pick operations, it's really important that those roads stay nice and clean. Hey, Dino. And so right now we have the guy running over these roads about once a week. And you could say it just makes the field look so good. He's coming back around to dibble these holes for the squash. First day of Pick Your Own Strawberries was a huge success. We're getting ready for the second day now. So today is a Monday, and there's no school today. It's President's Day. And so our first day of picking was on Saturday. Closed the field for Sunday. And you can see really helped a lot of the berries ripen up. And we're ready for today.
There's what's called infrared gas analyzer, so it can measure the gas, the CO2 and the water vapor that's moving through the system. So we have some filters here that scrub out. This one scrubs out water, and this one scrubs out CO2. And then here's a CO2 cartridge that would pump CO2 back in to the system. And so there's a pump that's always circulating the air through the system. The analyzers are up here, and so we know what's going in. We can set it to what's going in as far as CO2. We usually keep it at 400 parts per million going in, and then we also can measure the water vapor going in. So that's the reference. Then we take a leaf, we clamp it on there, and then the sample air coming out, we measure that through another infrared gas analyzer. And so the difference is basically what is the drop in CO2 tells you how much carbon is being absorbed by the leaf for photosynthesis. And the difference in the water vapor tells you how much the transpiration rate is. So before going in, the water vapor coming out is greater because water is coming out of the leaf. The CO2 is less because CO2 is being assimilated into the leaf through photosynthesis. So then based on the area of this surface right here, it's about 6 centimeters squared. The leaf temperature, we measure that. We control light through an LED light source up here. We can get an estimate of photosynthetic rate, the transpiration rate, the somatic conductance rate, the leaf-to-air vapor pressure deficit, a number of parameters we can measure through that system there. And so what we do usually here is we put these on a tripod and we keep it level. There's some bubble levels on this, and we match the light level, ambient light level, to what the leaf is seeing. We can match that inside the chamber here. So if it's cloudy, as it is right now, the light levels will be lower. Yesterday we measured this, we had full sun, so the light levels will be higher. However, to us that's not as huge deal. It is generally when you try and measure photosynthesis, try and measure at a high light level. That usually gives you maximum photosynthetic rate. But we can use the information at lower light levels as well, particularly when we're looking at trying to look at differences between cultivars. Um, Comparing this to what we did in Fredericksburg yesterday, maybe a little more challenging because we have high light levels there. But at least they'll give us an idea of how these plants here are responding, as far as their gas exchange rates and things like that. And the theory is that there's one way to detect stress. There's another way you can detect how acclimated the plants are to the growing environment, the light levels, and things like that. So the plants here are much, much further along than we saw yesterday. So we have warmer temperatures in the fall and the winter. So.
Well, and our varieties that were covered are even
Yeah.
more further along.
Yeah. So it'll be good. It'll be good opportunity to kind of see how they respond to lower light levels, but also how the different cultivars are doing amongst themselves, and that can be related to production and growth of the plant as well. We'll make that back and forth.
Awesome. So y'all are taking soil samples.
So we're trying to we're taking some soil samples, and they run basic soil samples, organic matter, macros, and some micro.
So we just got done planting flowers. So we're taking out the flower wheels and gonna put in the corn wheels. Gonna start planting sweet corn today. It'll be pick your own, so that's exciting. All right, the post office just called. Time to go pick up chickens.
Are all the boxes in here?
Yes, sir. All the boxes are here. We ended up only getting 400. They had to back order 200 of them.
Okay.
Those will come next week with the others.
Okay. Okay, so they will come with
Yes, sir. They will come.
Okay, so there's 400 here?
Yes, sir. 400.
Put 200 in one and 200 in the other.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That should be how we're laid out here. There, because there's
That's
another
fine.
2 boxes.
They're real active.
Oh, real active. One of us running around in circles in it. Right here. We're back out at the chicken ranch. Everything's all disked up. Then we got the big machine here getting ready to help fix the drainage. So we're day 2 in the brooder and we're still at a 0% mortality rate. So no dead birds upon unloading and none this morning. That's pretty good. We like 100%. They're all happy. moving around. They're eating good. They're drinking good.
And I'm not sure what I was even going to show you. Other than that's how it's shaped a little bit, and I haven't surveyed.
It is day 4 of chickens being here on the farm, and I mean they're doing great. We haven't lost a single bird. They're obviously active and happy, and we're excited. We'll get 600 more later on this week, so everything's looking good. The weather's been perfect. It's been anywhere from 60 to 80 degrees, so really easy to keep the brooder warm. We actually ended up putting a shade cloth on it to cool it off because it was almost too warm. But it's perfect in here right now, and we're excited. We don't offer any pre-picked strawberries in the store right now just because we can sell every single one out of the field where people would just pick it themselves. But we had a longtime customer come in who just doesn't have the strength to get out in the field anymore. And so I went out and picked her a bucket. I'd say they look pretty good. And look at those blackberries blooming. They look awesome too.